What's up? Good evening, everyone. I am Ben Klein, commish, heart of the Hardcore Challenge, and welcome to Hardcore Challenge Live, another special edition. Tonight we are highlighting former champion Donkey Punch from the Wild West. Donkey Punch is owned by J.W. Hauser, who joined the league in 2011 as a referral from yours truly. J-Dub and I worked together. He was my right-hand man, and I talked him into trying fantasy football. Huge football fan. Unfortunately, he's a Broncos fan, which is too bad. But, huge football fan, intelligent guy. Thought he would like fantasy football. I talked about it all the time at work, and so I talked him into giving it a try. We were looking for qualified, dedicated owners like we always had for the long haul. 2010 season, that was our first season stepping up to 20 owners, and, we lost quite a few going into the following 2011 season. And we needed to fill some holes. And J-Dub was one of the guys that got to fill the hole in the Wild West division. Came in the league under the team name of What Would Tebow Do? And, what would Tebow do was they started out with a glorious thud out of the gate. That's what Tebow did. They logged a less than stellar 5-9 record after taking kind of a head scratcher. They had the first overall pick and took Kyle Orton first overall. Thought it was a head scratcher. I was working with the guy. He told me he had this mystery crazy pick he was going to drop on me, and then draft night came and it was Kyle freaking Orton. Like, okay, I guess, man. Kyle Orton. In their second season, however, they did get a comeback in that bad first season with that bad first overall pick. Gave them a high draft pick, drafted 4th overall the following season, and drafted another quarterback. Took a flyer and took Robert Griffin III. And Robert Griffin III pick set off the 2012 dream season of Donkey Punch. They came out strong. They rattled off wins. They put up points on a record-setting pace. They ended up shattering the Hardcore Challenge season scoring record that was standing at the time, on their way to a 10-3-1 record. They won their first division crown, and to date their only division crown. They also grabbed a first-round bye heading into the playoffs for that year. They took that first-round bye and rode it to the Super Bowl, where they met up with Bison Broncos from the Elite East. They defeated Bison Broncos to raise the cup for the first time. And since at the time, J-Dub lived in the Tampa Bay area, we had the first live handoff between the commish and the winning owner here at my home, Hardcore Challenge headquarters. J-Dub, it came back with obviously a little donkey figure on there with some Broncos gear. I do believe it's supposed to be a Bronco, but it looks more like a donkey to me. Whatever, we can agree to disagree on that one. They did bounce back again after their 2012 season, where they won the cup and finished 8-6. They ended up in a 3-way tie atop the Wild West division. And lost out on the tiebreaker. Unfortunately, that was Stinky Pinky. Season ended up taking the tiebreaker over Donkey Punch and Tama Terrors. They all had finished 8-6. Pinky took the tiebreaker, moved on to the playoffs, and Donkey Punch has not posted a winning season since. That 8-6 season where they missed with the tiebreaker, and that was it. That was, statistically, Donkey Punch, as a former champion, is much different than the last two former champions we've highlighted. I'm thinking Arby's and Oski Assassins. Those two are number 1 and number 2 historically in the power rankings of the Hardcore Challenge. Donkey Punch, on the other hand, may have caught lightning in a bottle that year. Donkey Punch is currently carrying only a career regular season record of 29-26-1 with a 52.7 winning percentage. I mean, it is above 500, so it is a positive winning percentage. But at 52.7, like I said, hey, It's above 500. But they are carrying a stellar playoff record of 2-0, undefeated in the playoffs. They only made it the year that they made the Super Bowl and won it all. But hey, they are undefeated, 2-0 in the playoffs. They've never been beaten. They've, like I said, that's been the only year they made the playoffs, and they have fell off since winning the Cup in 2012. But one thing is undisputable, though. J-Dub has the passion and drive to reach the top again, and we look forward to seeing how they steer their way back into contention. I know he's a smart guy. I know he's been putting together his master plan for this year, putting his draft board together. Kind of been keeping an eye on who the keepers, people are moving around, seeing a little of that. So look forward to seeing what he comes out with in the draft. That pretty much wraps up our breakdown of them for tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight. Remember, one of our past champions, Donkey Punch, J.W. Hauser, our 2012 Hardcore Challenge champ. Now we're going to just a little recap of the race, the vice presidential race that we've got going on for Hardcore Challenge VP. We have had another vote cast. We're up to 14 total votes cast. Still 6 of you out there that have not cast your votes yet. We've got a leader right now with a 1 vote lead. So far, it looks like possibly 2 guys are pulling away from the rest of the pack. But with 6 votes left, technically it's still anybody's game. I don't think anybody's mathematically eliminated. But we got 1 poll that's starting to take another 1 vote lead. So with 6 of you left, get out there and cast your vote. If you're one of the guys that haven't cast your vote, we've got Tom, I'm Thinking Arby's, Matt, Beaver Street Roar, Ben, Stinky Pinky, and J-Dub, Donkey Punch. So those 4. Poll is on the league homepage, bottom right-hand corner. Also, if you haven't voted yet for the tiebreaker rule change that we are voting on implementing, we put that up on 8/2. So you just need to scroll back in the timeline of the Facebook group page, and it's on there. It looks like most people are voting in favor of changing it to a head-to-head tiebreaker, which completely makes sense in the format in which we play, which mimics the NFL format and as a divisional schedule. So it completely makes sense. I actually voted for changing it. I believe our vice president has voted as well. So, what's up? And yeah, so if you haven't voted on that, go vote on that. That is in the Facebook group page. Posted on 8/2. Scroll back down in the timeline. Cast your vote on that. I believe we've had 8 people vote on that, so there's still 12 people that could weigh in on that. I guess that's it for tonight, folks. Next Tuesday, we will have another show, 10 o'clock, Hardcore Challenge Live. We will be highlighting another one of our past champions, as well as again on Wednesday. And then the following week, we'll start getting into some of our preparation for the season. It's getting close. Preseason games start this week. Football is here, folks. It is finally back. That's it. Like I said, we'll see you next Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, for another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live. Till then, get your draft boards ready. Lock your keepers. Remember, 4 offensive keepers. 1 keeper must be defensive. Must be a defensive player or an individual defensive player, because I see some of you guys out there have already tried locking your keepers and you don't have a defensive player on there. So make sure you do that. Alright? Set your draft board. Lock your keepers. Vote. VP. Vote on the rule change. Good luck. Game on.